If you follow my videos, you'll know that this is a technique that I use quite a lot, where I move my webcam around on the screen. It's really nice as part of an introduction, but it's also really good if, for example, you've got something on the screen and you need to move the webcam to a different space because you want to make the screen clearer. I'm going to show you both techniques in this video. Really hope you like the video, and as always, if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, and of course join me on my new YouTube channel, Screencast Guru. Let's get started. Okay, so let me show you how I did that technique with moving the camera around, and a couple of other things that I also did at the same time. And just to point out, I'm only using my webcam. I'm not using any kind of special camera or my phone. I'm just simply using a standard webcam. Now I'm going to click on the record button, and all I need to do when I click on the record button is actually record my webcam for a few seconds. So let me just get that open. So I've got it on the screen. I don't even need to record my screen, so I'm going to turn that off, and I'm literally just going to record my webcam and my audio. So I can see that I've got my webcam connected, I've got my audio connected, and I'm just going to click on this button here and just do a quick 5-second introduction. So here we go. Hi everybody, and welcome to my website, Screencast Guru. It's my new project, so I'm really hoping that you're going to find it interesting. Just stop that recording, and I'm just going to save that video. So we're going to call this one here, we're going to call this Intro Russell Example, so that we can easily find that video. Click on save. Now that video will actually be brought straight in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to drag that onto the screen and show you what you need to do to bring in that effect. So if I just drag that video onto the screen now, and we'll just move the playhead down here a little bit. There it is. Now, how do I create the effect where I'm able to, for example, have a circular view of myself, and then also you may have noticed that I added a border around the outside, and of course I had a background. So let's sort out those things first, and then we'll look at how we create the animation. So we are going to combine quite a few skills here, but all of this is really easy. The first thing I need you to do is to go over to Visual Effects, and in Visual Effects, the one that you're looking for here is to simply drop a mask on. And now we've got the mask. Now, we want to put a nice border around the outside of this, so we're going to come up to another visual effect, and this one is this one here, border, and we're going to drop that on as well to the cam. Now, there's one really important thing. With the border, we don't want the border around the outside of the whole kind of area. We want the border around this area here, which is called the alpha, because we've added an alpha to it, an alpha channel, to create the mask. So on the settings here on the right hand side, make sure you've got the webcam connect selected, then click here on use alpha. Now you want to increase the thickness. Now another nice technique you can use, and this is something I do a lot, is click on the color, and we're going to change it and have a nice border that matches my jumper, and therefore I've now got a border on the screen. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Russell, yeah, but you've got a nice background behind you. Well, that's very easy, and let me show you how you do that. Now I'm going to move the webcam onto channel 2, because channel 1 is going to be where my background is. Now I could use anything. It could be an image, it could be a video, anything could do as the background. But what you do want is a background that is going to cover the whole of the area of the canvas. Now I've got lots of backgrounds. I'm going to come up to my media, and I'm going to come over to my libraries, and for example, one that I often use is the background of my website. So I'm just going to drag that onto the screen just to show you. Okay, I'm going to place that onto the screen now, and this is an image, so I can drag it out and make it a lot bigger, and straight away now we've got that kind of idea where we got a background and we got this image. But I was here on the left hand side and I moved over to the right hand side. Let me just show you how I did that. So let's look at how we create this animation, and the first thing that I would suggest you do is I would lock the channel where you've got the background, because you're not doing anything on that channel. You won't be moving that channel. And then what you want to do is come to where this webcam is, where it starts here, and move it to the position where you want it to start from. So I'm going to say I'm going to have it about here on the screen, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come along to animations here on the right hand side, and then come up to the animations button. So you've got two buttons here. I want the animations one. Choose the custom one, drag it on and just drop it right from the beginning. Now I'm nicely zoomed in here, okay, so we can really see it clearly. Now what you want to do is, you already know how it's going to look at the beginning. Well, what do you want it to look like at this point? Well, you want it to be here, and you want it to be much bigger. So we're going to pull that out, okay, and make it nice and big. Make sure that you use these little kind of, you can grab hold of them and make them bigger on the screen, like so, okay. Now that will do fine. Right, now watch what happens when the video starts at the beginning here. I'm on the screen here. If you follow my videos, and then suddenly I'm here. Now we can do that at any other part of the video, but be careful. You need to cut the video if you're going to suddenly do another animation. So let me just give you show you what I mean by that. So if you're planning on kind of moving the video, the way that I do it to play safe, let's say at this point I want to move the video over to this corner. I'll cut the video at that point. So just cut it, and then I'm going to drag another animation from that point. Okay, make sure it goes right back to the beginning. And now at this point here, and I can use my shift key and my arrow key, I'm going to move myself over to this corner. And again, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make myself smaller. So again, just grabbing this one here that helps me choose the size. I'm just going to do that, and I'll reposition it a little bit. So I've got it like that. So let's see if that's all worked. First animation is here, starting from here. If you follow my videos, you'll know that this is a tech. And then the second one, where I move kind of into a different position, I'm going to show you both techniques, and that's simply how I do it. So we call it key points, just to highlight that, and something I remember from my multimedia days. So this is the key point from the very first point, and this is the final key point. And then Camtasia basically just works out all of the movements in between the beginning point and the end point for you. That's why it makes it so easy to do. Okay, really hope you liked that video. One interesting thing is that we could also have subtitles, and that would be really interesting, for example, particularly in an introduction. And I have made a video about the new feature in Camtasia 2024 where literally you can make subtitles by just dropping in a function and it generates the subtitles. If you want to see how that works, then click the video that's on the screen now. Don't forget as well to subscribe to my new channel, to screencastguru.com. And if you do want to do some training with me, because I am a recommended TechSmith trainer, and if you'd like me to train either your organization or you as an individual, you can contact me from my website, teachertrainingvideos.com. You might actually find teachertrainingvideos.com interesting to look at as well, because all the videos that are on teachertrainingvideos.com were generated using Camtasia. Thanks ever so much. I'm going to leave some more Camtasia videos on the screen now.